Welcome back to the vlog. I just edited the bloopers for the conclusion to the road trip. If you are a patron, you'll be watching that pretty soon. If you're not a patron and you've never seen any of the bloopers, you will most likely lose respect for us. But you will also be very entertained in the process. Actually, part one of the road trips bloopers were probably the best bloopers we've ever done. These are pretty good too, though. I gotta eat. We need a bigger jacket. Oh!
You know, this sandwich may have been $5, but that's pretty good.
I have been having this thought that has just been kind of like the overriding thought for the last couple of years, which is that we're just all to some extent kind of full of shit. And I'm not saying that all perspectives are equal. Some people are just wrong. Everybody has a reason for the way they behave, but it doesn't mean that the reason is a good reason. But what I mean by we're all full of shit is that we're all stumbling along, figuring things out as we go. But for some reason, it is so easy to see how stupid other people are, and it's so hard to see how stupid you are. One of the biggest problems I feel like that we have is not being able to reckon with our own mediocrity. It is hard to admit to yourself that you are at the 50th percentile mark at most things. We all think we're above average, but the truth is most of us are average. We just have to find a way to admit our own mediocrity. And then just to know that, man, maybe some people know better than I do. Maybe some people have spent more time on this. And this is something I never even heard of until like a month ago, and I am not an expert on it. And I should probably trust the people who actually have dedicated their lives to learning about this thing. But like I said, it's tough to admit that you're stupid. How many stupid things am I doing right now? I'm sure you could point them out quite well. Please don't. And I think for some things that's fine. You can learn how you're stupid on your own time, and it doesn't hurt anybody. And then other things, it's like this affects lots of different people. So let's admit that we're stupider a little bit quicker. Is stupider a word? It's just there's so many things in life that we think we're doing for a rational reason, but really, our brains are just rationalizing after the fact. We do something based on feeling, and then afterwards, our brains will do a really good job of helping us find evidence for why what we did made sense. But in truth, it was just some feeling that was there. That's why I feel like the only worthwhile thing to do is to do things that make your life and other people's lives better. It's so hard to make my point without getting into specifics, but I mean, you can kind of connect the dots based on the last couple of years. So this Mike's Harder Lemonade has been sitting in our fridge for like a year now. Should I drink 23 ounces of Mike's Hard Lemonade for a stream sometime? Would that be entertaining? That would be really entertaining, but the thought of putting this in my body sounds so horrible. Back to the vlog. Some editing to do today. So I just spent all morning editing a standalone version of Mount Katahdin. That hike was just way too perfect to not have as a standalone video. So even if you've already watched the episode, I'm prioritizing footage that I didn't use in the main episode and putting it in this one. So it's gonna be a much more complete version of the hike. You're gonna get a much better sense of going up, how long it took. It's gonna be really good. So look forward to that, even if you've seen the road trip already. You haven't made an appearance on the vlog in a long time. You're on there right now. How's it going?
It's going really well.
Watch any good TV shows lately?
Actually, I just watched some documentaries on William the Conqueror and Henry VII, Henry VIII's dad.
Did you watch that Around the World in 80 Days thing?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Didn't I send you a picture of that or something?
Yeah, I think you did.
I think it was PBS Masterpiece or...
Yeah, I'm going to watch that. And then The Gilded Age apparently is like a Downton Abbey type that people are watching, but I don't know what it's on. Diane's watching it right now. I'm watching that next.
Isn't there another movie coming out?
Yeah, but they haven't announced a date.
Oh.
They haven't announced a date, so can't wait. Can't wait. That's my favorite.
So the reason why I obsess about my setup and getting my workflow just right is because of times like today. We filmed this Katahdin hike with 2 cameras. Big one and a little DJI pocket. The problem is that the timestamps weren't exactly the same. So you put all of the files from the 2 cameras in one folder, and then you sort by date modified. And then if the timestamps are exactly the same, even if you use 2 different cameras, they will still be in the proper order. Turns out that the timestamps on the 2 cameras were not the same. Now, I have tried adjusting the timestamps on all the files from this camera so that they match this camera. And I don't think I got it exactly right because some of them seem right and some of them don't. But the point is, at the beginning of this edit, when it was all just on one camera, before we started shooting with both cameras, the edit was so smooth and easy and it was just like the speed of thought. I could just go through, it was fantastic. As soon as you introduce this curveball and I have to start looking around to see, is this one in the right order? Should this have been earlier? Should that have been later? My flow gets interrupted and it gets slower and slower and slower. Now just imagine all the different ways that stuff like that could go wrong. I'm trying to get all of those things out of the way so that when it comes time to sit at that edit, it is easy. Sitting at the edit should be like eating cake. It is just like, you do all of the hard work ahead of time, getting these little setups set up, testing them out, making sure they're gonna work, so that when it comes time to film, you just film it, you know the workflow, you go into the edit, and it's easy. That being said, this is still way easier than a normal episode edit because there's no narration, I don't have to write any music, it's all just assembling. And so far, it's going pretty well. Okay, that was a whirlwind of editing. I think I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. I'm feeling really good about it. The new music's making it exciting for me. And like I said, I'm trying to include all the clips that I didn't use in the first time. I think it's gonna be fun to watch. But anyways, thank you very much for watching the vlog. Hope you have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. All things considered. Or whatever that NPR thing is.